What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis playoff edition. And we're going to talk about how the Golden State Warriors was able to control and do some things really well in this first game of the series, which was much needed, especially because without Steph, probably next game or throughout this series. We don't know how long he's going to be out. We know how difficult hamstrings can be, how long that they can take to heal. And it's just good to have somebody like Buddy Hield and obviously Jimmy Butler, who stepped up in that fourth quarter and helped put the Minnesota Timberwolves away. That's why you trade for Jimmy Butler, because we knew that the Golden State Warriors was having trouble with Steph. If they take him out the game or they don't have nobody that can take over the game or carry the offense, well, Jimmy Butler can do that. Then it's just about, can guys make shots? I can help y'all make shots and I can score by myself, but it's just a whole lot easier when you have a guy like that that's dependable and understands how to play the game at a high level and understands how to find his teammates for good looks. So this is going to be remembered as a Buddy Hield game, and it's going to have a good side of Jimmy Butler in there too, because he was able to close it. 99-88, this was a good lead. This was a good game. The Warriors have really played well, although they did go to a game 7. They had to go to the distance to win it. They still showing you that they have what it takes to get it done. Will they get it done? Well, that's the reason why we watch the playoffs and why we watch every game, to see why and when what happens. But Steph Curry only gave you 13 minutes tonight, and you got to be proud of the team for being able to bring it home on the road. That's impressive. Even he would have to say that. But Minnesota won that first quarter 20-18. It was low scoring, but it just lets you know the type of game that was going to be happening as it unfolded. Golden State did win that second quarter 26-11, and then it was kind of able to control the entire game from there. They won the third quarter 36-29. Minnesota went on a run in the fourth quarter, but they still finished it with 28-19. That was good to see them do that, but by them being down so much, it didn't really do much because they never really threatened the Warriors that much or made them fear that they was going to lose. And veteran teams can be like that. They don't understand time management. They're well coached. They're well prepared, and they're not going to rush or force too many things because they know what they're going to try to do because they already know their bread and butter. Draymond Green was 6 of 13 from the field, 4 of 10 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Obviously, he was going to have to do more because Steph didn't play for the rest of the game, so he knew he was going to have to step it up. Playmaking was there, 6 assists. He also had 8 rebounds and 2 steals. The only problem with Draymond, he continues to get in foul trouble. I think more players are going at Draymond than he will probably like, but there's nothing he can really do in some of these instances. It's just teams is attacking him the right way, him not giving up ground or making it them think it's going to be easy to score in the paint when he's in there. So you kind of have to do it. It's understandable, like he's not the first player to do it, but that's why he's doing it for people that don't know. Plus 11 and plus minus, he had 18 points. A great game from him, much needed. And like I said, he needed to hit those threes so the passing can be unlocked. You have to guard him. You have to pay attention to him. Then some other guy can get open, and it also keeps him out of the paint. Jimmy Butler was 7 of 20 from the field, 2 of 8 from 3. Hit a nice 3 to stop the Warriors from getting, the Minnesota Timberwolves from getting close. He also was 4 of 6 from the free throw line, ended up with a double-double, 20 points, 11 rebounds, which was good to see him do, which he's capable of. 7 of them was offensive. That's the big key tonight, just getting those opportunities over and over again and get a shot that you like, because they didn't really shoot the ball that well from the field tonight. 8 assists, 2 steals, 1 turnover, plus 15 and plus minus. And when Wardale, Stephen Curry II was out there, he was 5 of 9 from the field in 13 minutes. He also went 3 of 6 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, plus 10 and plus minus 13 points. If he doesn't play in the next game, I think that makes the Wolves more dangerous because they really was stuck. And if it wasn't for that cushion, the Warriors could have lost this game. And I can see the Wolves coming out early, attacking and forcing the Golden State Warriors to have another performance like they had tonight out of their starters like Buddy Hield and Jimmy. And if they can't do it early, Minnesota can really pounce on them and do some damage and possibly win that game. But if Steph Curry does come out, he can still be a decoy, and he showed that he's a master at it too. And guys can get some good opportunities because of that. But you don't want to force it. You don't want to make it worse. So we'll see what happens with him. And then Buddy Hield, 7 of 19 from the field. He was the second most attempts on the court, and he should have. He was 5 of 8 from three. That was the main reason why. He was 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Just was very confident out there playing his game. Ended up leading the Warriors in scoring with 24 tonight. 8 rebounds, 4 of them was offensive with 3 assists and a steal. He was a plus 22 and plus minus. And Podziemski still been a little disappointing, honestly. 1 of 7 from the field, 1 of 5 from three. He did get 8 rebounds and 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul. He was a -3 and plus minus with 3 points. The thing you can say he didn't get in the way, but he didn't really help the offense. He didn't really do much. He didn't really, play the game that they needed him to play. He's going to have a good game in this series. We know it. But will that be 15, 17 points? We know he can do that. He just needs to continue to take the shots. And if he can find better ones or he can generate better ones, that's better. But if he can't, he's going to have to find a way to put that ball in the basket, because it's going to be hard to win when you already know where the offense is going to come from. And Minnesota is going to be more prepared because they got film to watch to be able to make those adjustments. Jonathan Kuminga didn't really do much. He was 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 1 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound. It was offensive with assists, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls. He was a -9 and plus minus, finished with 7. It helped. I'm not going to say like he did absolutely nothing and played a terrible game, but I don't really know what you expect out of Kuminga. He can score. He can drive and penetrate. Sometimes that's needed, especially when you need more offense. At least you can call him to be able to get buckets, and he was able to get a little bit of that tonight. Only made 2 shots, but the free throws helped too. Kevon Looney was just in there to bang in that paint. 14 minutes for him, 1 of 2 from the field, 6 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, 2 steals and a block, 3 personal fouls, a +4 and plus minus. He ended up with 2 points. Ended up being a good couple minutes that he played. Normally he does rebound and be physical in the paint and play good defense. So it really wasn't no surprise there. Braxton Key played a couple seconds and that was it. Santos, 4 minutes, a couple seconds, only 1 personal foul. Well, I would say 4 minutes, 1 personal foul for him, a -3 and plus minus 0 points. Quentin Post didn't do much. He played 6 minutes, got a rebound, was a +14 and plus minus in those 6 minutes that he played. And then Gary Payton hit a nice three that basically closed down the game for the Warriors. 3 of 4 from the field, though, had some good shots, played within the system like he normally does, and got great opportunities and was able to make all of them besides one, because he was 2 of 3 from the 3-point line. He did have 5 rebounds. 2 of them was offensive. 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 4 personal fouls, a +8 and plus minus, 8 points. And then Moses Moody, 9 minutes, 0 of 4 from the field, 0 of 1 from three. A -14 and plus minus for him. They're going to need more out of him, especially if Steph is not going to play. They believe in him. They know what he can do. They know what he's capable of. You just have to step up and get it done. We'll see if he can do it in the next game or throughout the series. And then Pat Spencer has been a guy that has been getting some playing time and showed that he can play at this level. 11 minutes for him, 2 of 4 from the field, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, and a -2 and plus minus. He ended up having 4 points, which was good. A solid little game from him, about what you expect, and was able to get some thievery in that game tonight. So you're always going to have love and respect for that, competing out there. The rest of the guys did not play coach's decision. I don't really blame them. 34 of 87, 39% from the field, 18 of 42, 42% from three, 13 of 15, 86% from the free throw line, 18 offensive rebounds, 51 total, 26 assists, 10 steals, 2 blocks, 12 turnovers, and 18 personal fouls. That's what they did as a team. And then the Minnesota Timberwolves, they didn't really play too many guys. This is what we're going to expect them to do this entire series. And Julius Randle, Had another good one, 4 of 11 from the field. The problem was he went 0 of 3 from the 3-point line, but he still put a lot of points on the board because he went 10 of 10 from the free throw line. This is the way you want him to play. This is the way you want him to attack the Warriors. But you still got to make shots from the perimeter if you choose to settle. He can correct that. He can shoot better than what he did tonight. I think that. So we'll see what he do. 3 rebounds, one of those offensive, 6 assists, 3 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, a -4 and plus minus. He ended up having 18 points. Jaden McDaniels was a little bit of a letdown. 6 of 12 from the field, 0 of 3 from the 3-point line, but he only had 12. You got to get more from him if the other starter's not going to score as much, which you really don't expect them to do anyway. Honestly, 4 rebounds, 3 of them was offensive with an assist, a block, 2 personal fouls. He had 12 points. He missed his 3-point opportunities. He's going to have to make them. Same with Randall if they're going to take down this Warriors team, even without Steph Curry, because Steve Kerr and his coaching staff going to have them ready and prepared with a strategy that can work against the Timberwolves. It's no gimmies in this playoff, and it never really has been, even in the past. Rudy Gobert, 4 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He ended up getting 11 rebounds because of what he did late in the game. He was able to grab them. 4 of them was offensive, 3 blocks, 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls. He was a -10 and plus minus. I like what he was doing. He just fumbled it too much, and he just didn't finish as strong as you would like. But they was pulling them, they was grabbing them, they was doing whatever they could to get him to the free throw line or to get him not to score because he's the tallest, longest player on the court. I think he has to continue to be a guy that's going to play hard and fight as much as he can to be dominant in that paint. And this was a good game from him. It just could have been better. Mike Conley didn't show up. 22 minutes, 0 of 5 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, and he got no free throws. The best part of his game was the 5 assists, but he had 1 rebound and a steal, 2 personal fouls. He's a -12 and plus minus. You need him to score more, and it just makes a lot of sense for people to feel that way. And we'll see if he's able to do that. They started him because they thought he can do some things, and this thing will go his way tonight. And one thing I would say, Jaden McDaniels, Gobert, and those guys missed some easy point blank shots in the fourth quarter, and they missed free throws. And you just can't do that when you're trailing at home and you're trying to win. Plus, you shouldn't be trying to do that anyway. And they just couldn't get threes to fall. Anthony Edwards was 9 of 22 from the field, but he was 1 of 5 from 3 and 4 of 5 from the free throw line. 23 points for him, 14 rebounds. That really helped, him stepping in, trying to find another way to help his team win is what you ask from a superstar, what he's trying to play at that level. You just haven't seen enough dominant games from him so far, and his teammates really have performed okay. So if you want to advance, you have to play like a superstar each and every game because it only gets tougher from here, and you're already down 0-1 in this series. One of them was offensive out of the 14 boards, 2 assists, 3 steals, a block, 3 turnovers, 1 personal foul, a -4 and plus minus for him. He led the entire team with 23 points. And the reason why they still kept having a chance is mainly because of Nas Reed. He was 8 of 14 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3, 5 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 4 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, -5 and plus minus. He really played well, and they're going to need him to continue to do that. Without a doubt, he's one of their best players, and the ability to knock down the 3 at that size and be able to put the ball on the floor and dribble so quickly and so fastly and get to the rim is something that makes him a valuable player for them. And he had a huge performance tonight. Can he replicate that in the next game is something we're going to have to see. Dante DiVincenzo was a disappointment also. 3 of 11 from the field, 1 of 7 from 3. He has to get in double figures if they're going to win this series. He knows it, and they know it. But he failed to do that tonight. He only had 7 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 was offensive with a steal, 4 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, a -6 and plus minus. Nikhil didn't do much either. 14 minutes, 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, a -13 and plus minus. And then my guy said, well, Quinn, how you feel about Terrence Shannon Jr.? He was going to get on the court. To me, He did, but it was only for 2 minutes and he missed his shot. That happens. -1 and plus minus, no points, nothing statistical. Nas Reed was the only guy to get in double figures in any statistical category off the bench. And the Warriors had nobody that did it, as crazy as that might be, but it's true. 34 of 86, 39% from the field, 5 of 29, 17% from three. That just can't happen again. If you want to beat the Warriors, you got to make the open shots or make the right play enough, because they're going to do the same thing. 15 to 17, 88% from the free throw line. They did lose the rebound battle by 10. That can't happen. That's something that I was surprised that they did, but it happened in this game. 12 of them was offensive, 41 total. They also lost the assist battle because they had 19 tonight. They also lost the steal battle because they had 7. They won the block battle because they had 6. They had more turnovers with 16, and then they committed more personal fouls, but they did shoot more free throws with 21 personal fouls committed. I would say the Warriors are going to be in a tough situation without Steph Curry, their best player, one of their best closers. But anything can happen in the playoffs. They was able to win a much needed game, because even if he has to take a break or he has to be gone for a little bit more time, at least you won a game. You go in 5 guaranteed now. And you also have confidence that what you wanted to do and what you're trying to do worked. So the Warriors should be not as worried. Plus, it's not like he was tore it. He ended up just, straining it most likely, and that still can take 2+ weeks. So that will be the end of this series. So you do have to look out for Steph, if he's going to be out, if he's going to return, because this series is going to be over next week, because you play after every day. So keep that in mind if you're going to say Warriors fan. This could be a series that you have to extend just to get Steph back healthy. And it sucks that way, but it's something that you're going to have to do, because it's not easy to get rid of them, and they can always come back. And you don't want to lose a potential championship because of a hamstring. But it has happened in the past to other guys and other teams. So keep that in the back of your mind. But Minnesota got to shoot the three better, got to read the defense better. Anthony Edwards have to have a bigger game. And then the role players, DiVincenzo, Conley, Gobert, obviously Jaden McDaniels got to play huger, got to be owning the moment. They're at home next game too. So they have to come out aggressive. They have to come out showing you that we're more athletic, we're more faster, and we can be able to knock down the 3 ball. If they're not doing those things, and they're going to be contained, they're going to stay in front of them, they're going to take shots they really don't want to take, or just take, shots that they sell it on, then you just in a situation where you can just lose this series, just because the Warriors are executing at a higher level and just doing things smarter and wiser. And that's what veteran teams do. They got veterans on the Minnesota team, so they should be able to figure these things out. I think Chris Finch is a good coach. He usually does come back well, but Steve Kerr is on another level. He has proven that the last decade. So coaching advantage might even be in favor of the Warriors, but no Steph. The Wolves got to come out and really, really show them we're not going to allow you to win another game in our house, because Steph, they won this game because they were surprised and they had a cushion, so they could never really fight enough to be able to win this game. But next game, you got a fresh start, and you have to just go out there and win that game as quick as possible. And hopefully nobody gets injured for you, and see what happens in game 3. That got to be the strategy if you're a Timberwolves fan or you're the Timberwolves. No Steph, we got to win this game. No way we're blowing it. No way we losing it. And if we want to win that series, we have to take advantage of these opportunities to win as many games. Remember, it's first to 4. Whoever wins 4 games in this series advances. Simple as that. So this is a way they have to think if they're trying to win this series. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to trying to do conversation video just like this and various NBA only topics, also do breakdowns with real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and other future stars. Also do mock draft and draft coverage. And I already have over 3,000 plus videos that you can watch and you can enjoy. Plus I upload every single day that I'm living. So you can make sure you have something to watch when it comes to NBA content, even in the summer, even in the fall, even in the spring, even in the winter, even in autumn. I got y'all covered when it comes to basketball content. Other than that, Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out this channel if you're new. And also thanks for watching if you're still a subscriber. Thank y'all for support. Thank y'all for appreciating the content for what it is. And hope you guys had a blessed weekend and having a great weekday. The grind continues, as we know. So continue to set your goals, stay positive, don't let things get you down, and continue to knock down them doors, keep your head up. Other than that, see y'all later. I'll be back. Let's continue to try to make 2025 a better year than 2015. That's a great goal to have, and I think that we can do it. But I need you guys to continue to do your part while I continue to make content. I need you guys to continue to watch it, continue to enjoy it, because that's what I make it for. Other than that, I'm gone. Peace out. See y'all later today or tomorrow, I should say. I'm gone for now. Peace.